Are we ready? Oh, that's very firm.
Wait guys, don't be put off if you don't like a firm bed. I've got plenty more to show you about the Riverview Twin Room at Yangshuo Mountain Retreat in Guilin, China. If you'd like to see a little bit more about the room beyond the booking app, pictures, and the website, then this video is for you. I'm Fidela, I'm based in Hong Kong, and I'm not a critic, I just want to give you a tour of the room so that you know a little bit more about the place before you book it. Stand by for a shower and bed test and a little tour around the hotel grounds.
We have this room. It's like misaligned. I guess we're in the rooftop. So they already took our luggage into the room, which was nice. Take off my shoes here. Ooh, smells good. First impression, it smells good. This is a locked door. Interesting. I cannot quite see what's inside. Looks like extra bedding. It's just a cupboard with extra bedding. Little window there. Let's see the room. We actually booked for a twin room, and I emailed them to request that they put the twin beds together to make a double, because it did say on the website that it's possible to do that. So there you go. That's how they've done that. Cute. Have a little look. See. Ah, that's what I wanted. The view of the river. Beautiful river.
I booked this trip last minute and was a little bit disappointed that I couldn't get a room with a balcony and wondered if it might affect the trip. But just look outside. There are so many tables and nice spots to sit and enjoy that view that it didn't really matter that we didn't have a balcony. And this window is just really cute to wake up to every day anyway. So we've got a bench here. It's like wooden, very old school. And over here was a little massage list. So if you want to have a massage in your room, you could arrange that. We've got a little fridge to keep stuff in and also a Wi-Fi router. We don't connect to Wi-Fi when we visit China because it disables our WhatsApp and Instagram, Facebook apps, which we need for work. So we usually make sure that we've got roaming so that these things can still work. Otherwise, I guess you could connect to the Wi-Fi and use a VPN. Since the bathroom doesn't have any windows, I think this small window was placed here to allow the natural light from the bathroom to come in and also to give it a little bit more of a spacious feel. This basket was placed here for you to put your used towels in if you want them to change them. They provided some face cloths, some bath towels, and some smaller towels as well. Looking over towards the sink, we can see that they provided toothbrushes, some toothpaste, and also a bar of soap, as well as hand washing soap down here as well, if you don't like bars of soap. There's a mirror here, and it was nice because you could switch it on and there was a light. So if you want to see your face a little bit more clearly, then that is very handy. We have shower gel, shampoo and conditioner, and also a little smelly perfume bottle, which makes the room smell really good as well. We'll come back to the shower later to see how powerful it is.
We've got a curtain here in case you want to have a private shower without looking into the bedroom. Cupboards.
This place does have free bicycles, manual bicycles to rent, but inside this cupboard I found a sign for bike rental. You can actually hire electric bikes if you so wish. There's also a hairdryer, so that's very useful.
We've got free drinking water. We have some, there's actually some tea in there. Loose leaf tea with a loose leaf tea cup. Very nice. Got in here. Got your coffee and sugar. More cupboards. Oh, this is like where the aircon is running through. Not really for personal use. Oh, it's probably the same thing. I'm going to leave that. We do have a curtain with hanging space. It's not deep hanging space. You can hang at an angle. Good enough. We've got bathrobes. It smells really nice. Aha. That's why we have another little nice smelly pot. And I guess these are probably slippers. Yes, they are the rubber slipper type. Reusable, hopefully nice and clean. And that is the room. I mean, there's an aircon pipe there, but it's fine. I think it's really cute that we're sort of in the rooftop.
I read a review before coming that said the room was dated and needed upgrading, but honestly I felt like it was charming. It gave me this kind of vibe that I was staying in a relative spare room. What do you think of the room so far? Stay with me, we're going to take a little look around the outside soon, and let's have a look at the bed first.
Do you have sockets here with USB ports, and those are the type of pins that they're using. And let's do a quick bed test. That leaning there feels a bit firm. Let me see. Are we ready? Oh, that's very firm. No bounce. It's just a firm mattress. I like it, but if you like a mattress that's sort of bouncy, then you probably would not love it. I do appreciate that we don't have the cushions on the bed though. As always, I like my cushions to be away from the head pillow area. So we requested for 2 extra pillows. So we have 6 pillows here. I wonder how the joining of the bed is actually, there's still a gap here in the middle. So you don't want to be sleeping on that very center part. But it's nice, at least you can still be connected as one big bed instead of 2 separate ones. It was lovely. I really like it. I'm going to enjoy waking up to this beautiful view.
Right, before we take a look outside, are you curious to know how much power is in the shower? Because this is something that you really can't see in photos and something that I think is really important. When I'm traveling, I want to make sure I can take a real shower, not just a dribble. And by the way, for your information, I tried to use this hand soap and it squirted all over my clothes. So heads up, maybe you should cup your hand around it to avoid the same thing that I did. Something I didn't notice when I first came into the bathroom was that there is a bidet here. So for those of you who like to do a little bit of washy-washy, this is a very powerful bidet. You will be well taken care of. The venue wants to take care of their sewage system, so they advise you not to flush any paper down the toilet. Please remember, let's take care of the place. Now let's take a look at the shower.
I mentioned when we first had a look around, there is a handy shower, which can be removed here. Can also be moved up and down. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to point it down like this. And we've got the hot tap here, which the water actually, it takes maybe a minute to heat up, and you can see the shower is pretty good. So let's click on the normal shower, and I think we gotta twist this part here. I'm gonna try not to get wet. Alright. Oh no. Okay. There you go. There's your rain shower. Not too bad. It's nice for those of you who like water coming from the top. I also just noticed that if you turn it so far, you can have water coming from the faucet.
The outside dining area of the venue is just so serene. You can't see the main road and you feel like you're just sitting in the middle of a painting. Our package included breakfast if you stayed for 3 nights or more, which we booked directly through the venue's website. There is the river, which you will see people riding down. It starts from around 8 in the morning until around 5 p.m. We did hop on board one of these rafts ourselves to see what all the fuss was about. And what you can see is the Yangshuo Mountain Retreat there on the left in the distance. We didn't realize that the dates we had booked were a regional holiday, specifically only to Guangxi. And there were lots of people around, and lots of people dressed in costume and singing folk songs. Apparently there's a lot of folk song competitions for this festival. Here we are, splashing down the river. Although we're a little bit noisy, I can honestly say it's not that noisy from the bedroom. I appreciated that. This is the main walkway, the main entrance to the retreat. Behind me was the car park, and inside the car park was also the free bicycle rental place. There were plenty of bikes to rent and nice places to cycle. We cycled 13 kilometers along the river and 13 kilometers back. We had a lot of fun. If the temperature is good, grab the bicycles and just enjoy the beautiful view. Here is the retreat. There are plenty of rooms. Some of them are not facing the river. You can see they've got ground floor level rooms for those of you who cannot climb up the stairs. You'd probably want to choose one of those. Here's the reception. The reception was clean and simple. The staff were very friendly. All of the staff are female except for the guy outside in the car park, maybe the guard. And on the right-hand side there, the right-hand side of the reception, there is an indoor restaurant, which we didn't use whilst we were there because the weather was so good. I just wanted to sit outside and enjoy this beautiful view. I will definitely be coming back to stay here again. The room was clean and comfortable, the staff were really friendly, and the food was amazing. They did a good mix of local cuisine, Chinese food, and great Western food as well. And just look at that, even if it's raining, it's still super picturesque and just like being in a painting. I can't wait to come back. At just 3.5 hours high-speed train from Hong Kong, it's easy. If you've seen my previous video about another accommodation in Yangshuo, then you will have seen this clip of my cat already because I filmed them both on the same trip. Here's my cat Dingley. I love to come home to him. He either snobs me or he gives me lots of attention.
Hello, my Junior boy. Hello, my Junior boy. Did you miss us? Hello. That is not supposed to be there.
I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. See you next time.
Good boy.